Hello there. This is Frank, host of Reader's Labyrinth. I don't have a guest for you today. Well, I do have a guest for you. I'd like to show you a book right here. And the reason why I decided to make this video is a couple of things. First of all, there is a ton of shit floating around out there about the impending AI and what AI is going to do to reading and writing. But I want to share something with you, a story with you. Last night, I sat my 7-year-old son down. He was having trouble going to sleep. He was all wound up, super, super anxious. And in fact, I kind of wonder if the anxieties of the adults around him were transferred to the little guy. At any rate, I had him turn off all of his electronics. I made him get in the bed. And I sat at the edge of his bed. And this time, instead of watching videos on YouTube, we love to watch old prank videos, we grabbed this 1967 copy of Reader's Digest, The World's Best Fairy Tales. I think my son got halfway through the Piper of Hamelin before he was finally asleep. I finished the story anyway, even when I looked over on his little face and his little eyes getting heavy. And pretty soon he was snoring his little 7-year-old snore. But I kept up with the story because the story also did something for me. It slowed me the fuck down, is what it did. I've been living on Twitter, on YouTube, and I've been consuming article after article on this chat GPT-4 about all the other stuff that's coming out, about Bard, just consuming. It has taken up so much bandwidth of my life that I'm kind of ashamed to even tell you about it. But if you're like me, you're in the same boat. If you are an author, you're probably asking yourself, how is AI going to affect me? If you're a worrywart like I am, I would be wondering, hey, is eventually AI going to replace me as a writer? You may be one of these optimistic people that are jumping on the bandwagon of every single technological development there is, from ebooks to when high-speed internet first came out, and now to the chat bots. They're suddenly smarter than we are. But what I would like for us to do, writers, and especially your readers, let's not forget what the true power of stories are. Stories are something that are intrinsic to what it means to be a human being. And last night, when I read my son that story and he drifted off, it's like I could sense the stress just leaving his body. So, what's the future going to hold? I don't know. Are the robots coming to replace us? Maybe. But until that day gets here, until that day arrives, why not pick up a good book? If you are a writer, you probably spend all day in your manuscript, all day in your work in progress, outlining, researching, pitching your story, whether you're indie or you're going trad, I don't know. But what I would invite you to do is check out a video I did with Soren Narnia. And I'm not just trying to pitch my channel right here, but listen to the man. And he talks about his 10 favorite books. What are your favorite books? Just sit down with them. Put the AI down. Put your phone down. As a matter of fact, just stop this video right here. I don't even want you to like or subscribe. Just go find your favorite book, turn off all your electronics, and spend just 30 minutes going through your book. If you're a writer, aspiring writer, it's good to remind ourselves why we decided to keep writing. If you are an avid reader like myself, it's good to block out the white noise. Let's block it all out. Let's get back to what makes us human. Because the machines, the chat box, they're not going to become an intelligent creature, a sentient creature. That's a bunch of nonsense. Thought does not arise from matter. I don't believe this at all. It's going to mimic human intelligence. It's going to disrupt our lives, our economy, in ways we can't even imagine, both good and bad. But We are never going to have the thinking machines of Frank Herbert's world. It's never going to happen. Because thought precedes matter. In the beginning, there was thought, and then there was matter. If I could recommend a book for you, it would be by an author named Neil Postman, Amusing Ourselves to Death. And only read this after you read your favorite fiction story. Only after that. Pick up that book and read. It's really, really good. That's all I have for you. So go and pick up a book and turn all this nonsense off. Thank you.